Good morning. I hope you are all doing really well. It is Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to all our Canadian friends. I know when you are seeing this video, it will be past already. But I thought I would just turn the camera on and record the process of me prepping for Monday for our get together with our kids for a Thanksgiving dinner, and I will be making pumpkin and apple pie today. My husband prepped the pumpkins yesterday. He baked them, gutted them, baked them, and all that kind of stuff. I think he wanted to make sure I wouldn't miss making pumpkin pie all of a sudden. And yeah, we do it right from scratch. So yeah, I'll take you along in that. I am outside here, as you can see. I am enjoying the outdoors as much as I can. It's gotten quite cold already, and some of my plants are still blooming. And then my patio plants that I had, I've actually moved indoors already. I want to try and save them as long as I can because they were still looking really nice. And yeah, but it's definitely getting quite cold and chilly already. And like I said, we've had some frost already. My husband and our three sons, they actually went fishing today. I think it's too cold, but I think they'll be cold on the lake, but I hope they have a great time. So I have the day to myself, and I thought I would just take you along and see how it goes, how the day goes. And yeah, we'll get started. I just like being outdoors as much as I can. Have my coffee or devotions outside, and but it is cold. I am holding the camera here with my hand, and my hand is quite cold because I've had to remake this video several times, as I am not a I still get very nervous talking on camera, so I had to record this video several times. And so my hand is cold. I want to go inside, warm up, get the oven going. Over here by my south facing window, I brought in the three geranium pots. They are each in a large terracotta pot. I think they will last quite long here by the south facing window. And I just didn't have the heart to leave them outside and let them die. I don't know, they just remind me a lot of my mom. She loved geraniums, so this pop of color here cheers me up in the mornings when I get up and I come and open the curtains. And I don't know, they just always put a smile on my face. And I don't know, it might be kind of cheesy to bring them inside, but that's just where my heart is at. And I'm just gonna be real. And look at that, they're blooming so beautifully yet. And I think they're really loving the south facing window here. I might eventually, if they do start kind of dying down a little bit, going in hibernation, so to speak, I might bring them downstairs and put them in my window cells. I have a really large window cells downstairs, and they get the south sun there as well. And I might move them there yet, just so that they can kind of go to sleep for the winter. I don't know. But if they keep blooming like this, I probably will just keep them up here. And then over here on top of my refrigerator, I brought this one in. Now I don't know what it's called. It was just a greenery that you could add to different pots. It has a bit of a strong smell, but it still was looking so nice. So I thought, yeah, you're gonna just stay right there for a while. And I brought some of my real pumpkins in as well from outside. My front porch still has all the other ones, but I thought, why not? Why not bring them in for Thanksgiving weekend? And then I'll just swing you around again. I'll go to the other side. By my back patio door, I brought in this very large planter. Now, I didn't do it. No, my husband did it for me. It's very heavy, but it was still looking so good. I'm like, nope, you're coming in. You are coming in, and you will be in this spot until we put up our upstairs Christmas tree here. And then I'll decide then what I need to do with it. And then on top of my fridge, I also put a potted plant from my patio. And the pop of green, it adds to my kitchen. I really love it. It is a rather large pot, so I do have it standing on a wooden piece so it won't wreck my fridge. And oh, you can see my note on the fridge too. I'll read it to you later. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite a large pot, and it is actually still blooming. Here, I'll take you up, see if I can reach that high. And it has numerous of different kinds of greenery in it. So I am really enjoying it, and I hope it will last me all winter, but I'm not sure if it will. And then I added this note to my fridge, just a reminder to myself every day. I'll just read it to you. You are entering a new day, a new beginning, a fresh start. So here I am to ask you, God, if you will renew me too. God, I cannot make it on my own, so take my hand and hold it tight. Take my heart and keep it right, for I cannot do it alone. Amen. And I thought that was just such a beautiful reminder to myself every day, to look at that and read that, and just to know that I am not alone and God is with me at all times. And you go to your fridge all the time, right? So that way then at least I see it there every day, and it's just such a beautiful reminder. While we wait for the pie dough to chill, we are going to clean this cupboard and get it all organized and fill up all my jars. Now this is so satisfying. I love storing all my dry goods in mason jars. I have some extra large jars, and I have 2 empty ones left actually. I'm going to put almond and coconut flour in there. I had just forgotten to purchase it when I was at the bulk barn. I'm adding an egg whitewash here. Apparently it's supposed to keep the crust from getting soggy when you put your filling in it. I'm not sure. I've never done it before. I guess we'll see if it will actually work. And I always pre-bake my shell before I put my filling in there, just slightly. And for the apples, I prefer using 2 or 3 different kinds of apples. I think it gives it an extra great flavor. This egg wash that you put on top of the pie crust, it's supposed to make it nice and crispy. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I've done that before. Maybe I have. I don't know. I don't always remember from time to time what I always do. But I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And then, of course, I am going to make some holes. I just poke it with a fork. I don't do anything fancy. Nothing fancy here, you guys. This is just a typical family pie here. I don't do fancy. Okay, so this way the air can escape when it bakes, and I kind of overlapped it, so hopefully everything will stay in place. And with ice cream, it's gonna be good. Oh, it will be. Just because it doesn't look perfect doesn't mean it won't be good. Now, what I always like to do on top of my pie crust is I like to sprinkle sugar on there. Again, this is what my mom always did, and this is what I do. I think it looks really cool when it's baked, and just, I don't know, just really, really good. You could also take and sprinkle a tiny little bit of salt on the top, just to even the taste out. Just slightly. And I might actually do that. I am going to put sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on there, just a little bit. Just to slightly offset the sweetness. Now, my mom never did this, but this is just something that I'm trying. There you go. There's the pie. Now I gotta wait for my other crust to be done, and then that I have in the oven, my other pie shells, and then I will bake the apple pie, and I will show you what it looks like after it's baked. So the apple pie is done, and it is looking really good with the top pie crust that I had put on that overlapped. It actually all stayed together really nice, and it looks absolutely delicious, and I cannot wait to dig in. Noises, it's because I've got my son's YouTube video playing. Since I was all alone today, the video kind of has been keeping me company today. I'm just playing different YouTube videos on my TV. And he does have his own YouTube channel, and for those of you that might not know that, I can link his channel down below. He's the one that's going to be making the brisket on Monday, so I'm going to try and convince him to film himself making the brisket, and I'll include that in this video. But right now we're going to fill these 4 pie shells here with the pumpkin mixture that I just made. And I've got stuff set aside for a gluten-free mixture that I will be baking in here with cream cheese. And let's get these things filled. It's already almost 7 p.m. So I've been at this for quite a while already, and I am looking forward to being done. And this pumpkin pie filling recipe is from Pinterest. So I will leave the link down below for the recipe, and then you can just go ahead and follow that link, and I will get you to that recipe. I hope this filling will reach for all 4 pie shells that I have here, and these are the bought pie shells that I have here. I just was getting very tired and just didn't want to make any more homemade pie crust, so the bought ones are really good. I feel like they are just as good or better than homemade. It's just that when I do an apple pie, a baked cookie sheet of apple pie, then of course I will do my own filling. Okay, that's probably as full as they should get. So for the gluten-free mixture, I didn't do pie crust. I wanted to buy gluten-free pie shells, but everyone was out in town. Everybody was sold out. So then what I do sometimes is this is just the same mix as that, except I add a cream cheese to this mixture, so it's more filling. And then I just bake this as a pumpkin pie on its own. And then I just put whipping cream on it, and then my son-in-law will have this. And it is actually very good without the crust. I actually almost like it better without the crust than with the crust. And we do make our own pumpkin pureed. We had baked them the night before. My husband roasted the pumpkin seeds as well. They are so good. And you know the pumpkin is done when you poke a fork in them and they're tender just like a potato would be. And then we peel them and mush them up with a hand blender. And then the leftovers, they freeze really well. The pies are all baked. It is late in the evening already. The kitchen is clean. I'm tired. Can't wait for tomorrow. My son has already started smoking the brisket and he did film it, and I will insert the video here very shortly.
Good day, ladies and gents. Welcome to Jamie and Carla's garage, or AKA Competitor's Edge garage, or just Competitor's Edge. You decide. Either way, it's a messy garage. So it's like Thanksgiving weekend, and we're gonna have a gathering on the Monday. So looking forward to that. And I got asked, or maybe I volunteered. I don't know, I kind of put myself in those situations a lot, but you know what? I'm really looking forward to this. I'm making a brisket on the smoker. In the garage right now, you know, I had some guys over, watching some snowmobile videos, you know, getting all pumped up for winter time. Bought a new sled. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I got a brisket. Wasn't particularly happy with how thick it was on the point side, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna see how it is. And right now it's, I don't know what the time is, like 11 o'clock in the evening on the Sunday. But I got the brisket ready to go here. I have it prepped. Didn't really have to do a whole lot of trimming on this side, but as you can see, this is the point, and it's not that thick, so I'm not too happy with that. So we'll see how this goes. I did a little bit of trimming, just this little spetz that was hanging off the top here. Cut that off just so I can get an even cook all the way along. I'll just put that on the side, on the smoker, and should be good there. And then also the flat side, the fat cap on the other side where it should be, there wasn't a whole lot of fat left on there from the butcher. So this top side actually has a little more fat than the fat side, what I'm used to. So I'm actually going to use this as my fat cap. And me and my wife recently went on a road trip to Tennessee, and while we're down there, we happened to go to what was it called? Bucky's or something. And that was a pretty crazy place. And we tried some brisket there, and it was so good. So I decided to try their rub for the brisket. It smells amazing, and apparently I use a whole jar on one brisket. It is gluten-free, and it's literally just called brisket rub. So pretty simple. Sea salt, black pepper, chili pepper, cumin, etc. So should be good. It smells amazing, and if it's the same as what we had when we were at Bucky's in the US, then this is going to be awesome. So the plan is to start the smoker and get the brisket on about midnight, give or take, and then I will go to sleep. And when I wake up, we'll check it out to see what the internal temperature is, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to let this rest, kind of sweat a little bit, and wait for midnight, and then we'll get that smoker going, and we'll see how it works. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have the smoker go on at 225 for the night, and the plan is to get it to an internal temperature of 165 degrees, and then I'm going to wrap it, put it back on, and let it go until it hits about 202 to 205, or maybe until it's probe tender. And at that point, I'm going to let it rest for hopefully at least 3 hours before we dig into that tomorrow. Oh yeah. We are on. We got a few probes in. Let's see how this goes. I cannot wait to see this in the morning. All right, good morning. That was a short sleep. Let's check this brisket out. It's been on now for 7 hours. And yeah, we'll see what this looks like here. So you can definitely tell it's shrunk in size. It's come down this way and this way, and it's gotten fatter in the center. And according to the probes, and let's see what this one shows. Ish. Okay. Bark. Not really getting much of a bark with this rub, that's for sure. But that's alright. We're gonna take this thing inside. We're gonna get it wrapped up, and we'll keep it going. Alright, just like that, it's wrapped up, ready to go. All I had was parchment paper, but it's a wax-free parchment paper, so that should not be an issue here. So we got the probes back in it, and I also turned the smoke setting all the way back down to 1, because this brisket's probably taking in as much smoke as it's going to get. So now we're just going to let this thing go like this until we hit 202 to 205, and it's probe tender. All right, so the brisket has now been on for just over 14 hours. 14 and a quarter hours, something like that. Temperature on this probe, these probes are showing 203 and 199. So we'll see what this guy shows. I did rotate it already at one point to get the fatter spot on the hotter side. That was like butter, like absolute butter. There is like no resistance. This side we're already 210 or so. I'm gonna probably take this thing off here. That side's a little more resistant. It has a little more resistance. It's not quite up there yet, but it is probe tender. It's just not like butter. Maybe I'll let it go for just a tiny bit longer. I might give it like 10 minutes, and then this thing's coming off and it's good to go.
Here we are many hours later, and the brisket was absolutely delicious. It's time for our Thanksgiving supper. Jamie, I did not know you spent that many hours on it until I watched your video. Oh my goodness, and it was so good. Thanks again. I did not film the family here at Thanksgiving due to some of them do not want to be on camera, and that is okay. I respect their privacy. I muted the video because there was a lot of laughter and a lot of visiting here, and lots of people around this pan drooling. So, and it was so good. We had all the fixings, you know, the stuffing, corn, coleslaw, mashed potatoes, the brisket, chicken, gravy, and then we had punch, a delicious punch from grape juice we had harvested in summertime.